today I wanted to come on here real quick and answer one of the most common questions I saw coming in, when I asked you guys to ask me some questions on my story. But before we get into it, I want to share with you a brief, word for today. And it's from 1 John 2, I believe, verse 15. Either 15 or 17. Don't quote me. Do not love the world or the things of the world. Whoever loves the world, the love of God is not in them. And I've been reflecting on that verse for some time now. And it's really ministering to me because oftentimes I'm so caught up with just, the luxuries of life and the pleasures thereof. And then I forget that this isn't my home. And just so you know, this is not in relation to anything I'm going to talk about after this, but I just felt led to share that. So let's make sure that our hearts are at the right place for Jesus' return, because we know not the day or the hour. Yeah, we can't be conformed to this world, but we must be transformed by the renewing of our minds. Yeah, so a lot of you have been asking, have I ever been in a relationship, or what are my thoughts on like the prerequisites in quotations for marriage or just relationships in general. And I want to say first of all that I've never been in a serious relationship, only because I don't think I'm at that place yet, mentally and emotionally. I don't think I'm mature enough yet to take on something like that. And I personally can't balance well. So for now, I really want to focus on my relationship with God, my relationship with my family, and also my studies, just everything like that. So yeah, I always knew that it's something, or relationships is something that I would take on later in life, God's willing, or whenever He sees it fit, whenever His timing is. But regarding prerequisites, I believe that it's important that if someone wants to go in a relationship, or even more than that, marriage, they must first have a relationship with God and a relationship with themselves. God, because God is love, and a relationship without God has no love. I once heard Reverend Wisdom, my pastor, say those words, and it stuck with me ever since. And even more than that, we need His guidance. And let me even move away from the fruits, of serving God. Let me move away from the benefits. We were created to serve God, and I feel like that should be our priority more than anything else, more than we seek anything else. We must seek His heart. We must become best friends with God, because I feel like that's our primary role here on this earth. So, yeah. And secondly, a relationship with ourselves, because even recently, I've been realizing that I don't know myself like I thought I did, but I really don't. We have to be so intentional about making sure that we know who we are, not only in God, but also what do we like, what do we dislike, what are we willing to, settle for, where do I want to be in this life, what are my goals for the next 5 years, yeah, what are my boundaries, stuff like that. Yeah, we definitely have to have these hard conversations with ourselves, and just love on ourselves, because nobody can love us better than we ourselves can. And a lot of times that's how I believe persons head into relationships and end up so brokenhearted, like if it doesn't go the way they want it to, because they wanted to find worth in that relationship. And I believe we first have to find worth in ourselves. Yeah. One thing I'm doing right now is taking all the wisdom I can get in regards to marriage. I mean, there's so many great examples around me, my parents, other couples at my church, there's so many. My aunts, uncles, so many, and so I'm just trying to get all the wisdom I can get, because marriage is no joke. Relationship is for a lifetime. Yeah. That's one thing I always remind myself, that it's not until I find a fault, until death does us part. Okay, last thing, date with purpose. If you feel like you can now take on a relationship, like you feel like your maturity level is there and you're ready, definitely date with purpose. I heard a quote once that said, if you're not dating to marry, you're dating for a heartbreak. And I couldn't agree more. I never agreed with dating around the globe. It must be an intentional process, and don't rush. Take as long as you need to, because it's serious business. Dating is that process of collecting data. Collect as much data as you can, so that you can identify those red flags and flee if you wanna, or flee if you must. Or you can really just ponder, is this really the person I want to spend the rest of my life with? So yeah, those are my 2 cents on relationships, marriage, all of that good stuff. Marriage is honorable, always and forever will say that. So let's treat it as such. Okay, bye guys.